Hello everyone, it's XL83 here playing, well, take a guess, Resident Evil 2, one of my favourite games of all time. I'm playing this on the PS3, but I'm playing it with a PlayStation disc, so I'm not quite sure what to expect with it. Graphics are not looking great, at least not as good as my memory. Okay, so we're going to play a new game. This is Claire's disc. We're playing Claire A first. I remember that being the best version of the game, but who knows, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so a little bit of background. When Resident Evil came out in 95, I think, I was blown away. By far the best game I'd ever seen at the time. When Resident Evil 2 came out, I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was as good as the first game, but over the years, it's grown to be definitely my favourite Resident Evil game, and probably in my top 3 games of all time. You guys can debate that all you want, but quite frankly, I think it's got one of the best campaigns in any game, certainly from the PlayStation generation. I was a big fan of this, the whole story, the characters, the cleverness of the two-disc system, where you had one game and then you reloaded the save data on the next disc and played the same game but in a little bit of a different way. I'm really surprised that they've never done that again. I don't know if any other game has ever done that again, but they really should, because it's a really good idea. You don't necessarily need 2 discs anymore, but just some kind of alternate campaign scenario really helped extend the life of this game. I still remember when I first saw the opening cutscene on this after watching the original Resident Evil, I knew it was coming, but being really jarred by the fact that it was CG and not live actors. I don't know why I found it strange, because as I said, I knew it was coming, but it threw me off. And the CG in this is really bad. I mean, modern in-game graphics blow the CG in this away, and this is pre-rendered FMV footage. But back in the mid-90s, the guys they didn't have the money to spend on games that they do these days. So and they didn't have the technology. I guess. I mean, they could have made it look a little bit better, a bit more detailed. Everything looks a little bit too copy-paste. They could have put a bit more effort into it, but I guess they felt they really didn't need to, or didn't have the money to spend on it. But that's fine. It's part of the charm of the game, I think. And oh no.
Look, I'm sorry I bothered you, okay?
The dialogue in this, well, way better than Resident Evil 1. The dialogue is still sometimes pretty cheesy, like, I'm sorry I bothered you, okay? But again, this is part of the charm of the original Resident Evil games.
Wait! Don't shoot!
Some of the interesting things about this opening cutscene, apart from the fact that Leon's and Claire's both meet at that point, is depending on who you're playing as Scenario A. Obviously, Scenario A, you end up on the side of the gun shop after the car crash, and Leon's on one side of the car and Claire's on the other. And so when you play a different Scenario A in a different opening,
What's going on?
you find that the car actually it spins 180 on while it's crashing, so that no matter who Scenario A is, the right person ends up on the right side of the accident to go to the Kendo's gun shop. And it's a nice little detail I thought they put in, which is something that a lot of game developers, certainly at the time and probably still today, would have just neglected. Something that didn't need to be done. A lot of people probably didn't notice it, but it makes sense, and it's a little touch that I appreciate. Ah, yes. Not just Leon, but the zombies too. Everybody in the 90s had that hairstyle.
You okay?
Still in one piece.
That maniac's gonna win us.
By the way, the shot at first when the police car comes screeching around the corner and you know pulls out just in front of the semi there, I still think that is pretty damn realistic looking, and I don't understand why it looks so much better than the rest of it, and maybe the lighting, but it looks really good, much better than the rest of this whole sequence looked. Okay, so let's see if I got a hang of these controls. Been a while since I played this game. They were parted by an unescapable destiny. This is just the beginning of their worst nightmare. Nice. Oh man, this is muddy. I can barely tell Claire from the background. Okay, well, no, never to fight these guys at the beginning. They're just a waste of ammo if you can dodge them. It's not like I'll ever be back here, so, okay, into the gun shop. Now for some more of that oh so wonderful dialogue. Unless I decide I'm just gonna stick around here for a bit. No.
Free.
Dude owns a gun shop, and the best he can muster together is a crossbow.
Don't shoot! I'm a human!
Well, that's not so bad, I suppose. It works, I mean, if anything, we know from The Walking Dead that a crossbow is probably the best weapon to have.
Sorry about that, Dave. I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on. I ain't got no clue. By the time I noticed something was wrong.
Remember the first time I played this? I played Leon, Scenario A, and then Claire B, and then went back and played Claire A, and I just remember that this guy has a very different dialogue for Claire than he does for Leon.
But don't you worry, girlie.
Really condescending, really sexist, it's awesome. Yeah, you keep a close eye on everything, pal. I wonder if... Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the special key. So I'm not going to pick up anything from this place, including his bowgun. So let's just leave him to die. Oh man, I don't know if Claire has enough ammo with the with her gun. Her gun has less bullets than Leon's, I think. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to take down Brad with a knife or what. I wonder, can I spot Brad and then maybe go into the police station, collect a little bit more ammo, and then come back and kill him? I think I'm going to give that a try. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay, so the only way to get past these guys without shooting them is to get them off you as quickly as possible, like that, and there you go, that wasn't so bad. Okay, so, now the guys down the stairs here, I think if I'm quick I can get around them before they even notice I'm here. Yeah. She's not going to spot me. Oh, quick. Oh, there we go. And around this guy. And around this guy's back here. There we go. Okay, so I remember when I was playing this the first time, there's a briefcase on this bus, and despite the fact that The graphics on the briefcase completely match the background and don't look like they stand out like everything else you can pick up. I was convinced that there was something in there, and I tried for quite some time to try and open this briefcase. That's it there, and unfortunately, nope, nothing ever has been in there, and nothing ever will be. I remember being fascinated at first by the idea of walking around the city rather than, just in a confined space like the mansion from the first game. But quickly it dawned on me that they, barricaded the streets and manipulated the whole environment just so that it was, you're pretty much still wandering corridors, at least around here. And it was the same in Resident Evil 3 as well, but I still think they did a good job of capturing the essence of the city, making you feel claustrophobic is probably pretty important to the whole zombie genre anyway. So it's not an entirely bad thing. Oh, right, I've got to go for Brad, haven't I? Okay, so I'm going to go and see if Brad is down here. For those of you who don't know, with Brad Vickers, this is a zombie. He only appears if you've gotten to this point in the game without collecting any items. And if you kill him, he has a special key on him. Unfortunately, he's a lot tougher than most of the zombies, and I'm pretty sure he takes a full handgun magazine worth of ammo. But unfortunately, I'm pretty sure with Claire that she doesn't have enough ammo in her gun. And as a result, he takes a few knife hits to kill as well, quite more than a few. And I don't fancy dying while doing a let's play, at least if I can avoid it. So I'm hoping that now that I've spotted him there, that he'll stay there, and I can collect a little bit more ammo in here and take him out. There we go. So yeah, Claire's gun only has 13 rounds. I believe Leon's has 15. I'm not gonna save just yet, or maybe I should. Yeah, I think I'll save. Oh, what am I doing? I'm going to the computer to save. That's not going to work. Okay, so I'm going to save the game here. Just hope I've got some emulated memory cards. I do. Good. Okay. Great. So, let's go and kill Brad. Let's hope he doesn't bite me. I'm already hurting after all. That music become iconic since every time that the police hall has been the main hall has been redone in another game, whether it be the Resident Evil Outbreak games or the Darkside Chronicles shooters. Every time I hear that theme, it just takes me right back to 1998. Right, come on, Brad. Okay, oh, damn it. Oh. Okay, well, if I'd known it was that easy to kill him, just let him grab my foot. Okay, well, that'll do. Okay, so I've got the special key. I never knew you could just kill him by kicking his head off. That saved me some ammo, at least. Let's just check this. There must be an unopened locker somewhere, so now called the locker key, right. So now I need some herbs because I'm hurting pretty bad. What a waste of a save, however. I really needn't have bothered with that. Okay, so if I remember, the first thing I've got to do, because all the hall doors are locked, is I'm going to have to go and find the police officer, who looks like a famous actor that I won't name because everybody's made that joke before.
Hang in there. Are you the only officer left in the building?
Who are you?
Claire Redfield.
This was another thing that I really enjoyed as well, is,
We lost.
you've got Leon's scenario A and Claire's scenario A, where they both meet this guy, And you know, they had to do new dialogue for the main character, but for the cop here, you know, they changed his dialogue between the two versions of the same scenario, so that you know, you're not just playing the exact same game over and over again. I mean, by today's standards, it seems pretty easy and pretty simple and obvious that they would do that. But back in the 90s, you know, that wasn't something a game company would normally do. They would they'd just repeat the same dialogue over and over again.
Discovered that Umbrella was behind everything, at the risk of their own lives. But no one believed them.
Are you okay?
Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms. Here, take this key card.
Why, thank you.
Should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go.
But
Just go.
okay. Just hang in there. I'll be back soon.
So yeah, they didn't have to change his dialogue up. Nobody would have noticed in the 90s that this was essentially the exact same scenario as Leon, and exact same dialogue. But same with the gun shop guy. You know, they didn't have to do it, but they did it. And again, that's just another little touch that I think makes this game ahead of its time, and definitely worthy of being on my top 3 games list of all time. Okay, so if I remember, we got to use the key card. That should unlock. I'm not sure if it unlocks all the doors in the hall, but okay. Okay, so just those 2. I thought it unlocked one of the doors up on the next floor, but maybe that's another. Maybe that's Leon, or I don't know. Oh. Never take your eyes off the screen for longer than a second, or else that happens. Okay, so I think we're in a save room. I was expecting the music. And we need to get this. Police memorandum. I'm not going to read all this. If you really want to read it, you can pause the video. But that's the important thing I need. 2236 combination for the safe. Let's see what I've got in my item box. I'm on the normal mode, so I don't think there's anything. Nope, not a thing. So I'm going to store some of these items. I don't need the special key just yet, so I'm just going to stick with what I've got now. But that being said, I'm going to leave the video there, and I'll see you guys next time.